Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason, as always, my co-host, the voice of MMA. Are you still the voice of MMA in Utah?
Nope.
All right, you're not the voice of MMA. I kind of like saying that though. It kind of had a nice ring to it.
I appreciate that, but
Everybody knows who you are, so
I feel
you're
like
gonna be the voice of TikTok. You keep talking smack on TikTok.
I'm the voice of reason on TikTok.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
excuse me, sir.
How many followers? How many followers do you have?
Like 400 something. Nothing.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I barely ever get on there and I get I'm just followers left and right. Cherie makes a freaking TikTok in Disneyland and gets like 2,500 views. Disneyland.
It's because she's attractive and you're not.
You can't even see her.
It's Disneyland. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse gets clicks, dog.
Well, maybe you need to put some Mickey Mouse ears on.
Screw that mouse. I'm out.
I'm out, dog. Hey, we got a little fight card coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
A little fight night.
It's actually pretty fun. It's actually it's a really fun one.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on Tuesday. You got your picks ready?
We're working on it, but we're dialing it in.
Dialing it in, baby. You got your DraftKings ready to roll.
We'll be dialing that in as well.
All right. Let's just break down this card. I'm glad you reminded me because I was sitting at jiu-jitsu after jiu-jitsu, just talking it up. Shooting threes.
So I just got done training Daisy from our gym, who's fighting on the Crown Fighting Championship, doing a fight.
Nice.
So I just did a little training with her and my wife. My wife came and
nice.
And we did some drilling and stuff, getting Daisy ready for her fight for Crown Fighting Championship. Still trying to figure out if we can make it down to St. George that weekend. That'd be fun.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make it down, unfortunately. But
I think I'm still going to try. But
if there's a pay-per-view, I'm definitely going to watch it. There's two people. There's two girls from my gym that are fighting too, from Sierra, that'll be fighting on kickboxers. It's going to be a fun card.
It's fun. It's going to be a fun night.
Got some people that we know fighting on there.
I have 3 teammates fighting on there. So,
yeah, man. Let's break this down, man. This is a fun card. There's some big names, some up and comers on here.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Let's start off in the women's bantamweight division. Mayra Bueno Silva fights Stephanie Egger. Silva is 8-2-1. She stands 5'6" with a 66.5-inch reach. Egger 7-2. She stands 5'6" with a 68-inch reach. Little bit of a reach advantage for Egger. She is actually a slight underdog at plus 120.
Egger. Yeah. I see a lot of value in Egger in this one. She's taller, she's longer, and what I really like to see is her last 3 wins have come by finish. So she's 3-1, or 2-1 in the UFC, and 3-1 in her last 4. And and she's finished 4 out of her last 5. 6 out of 8, 6 out of her 7 wins have come by finish.
Yeah.
I like that. Where Silva, she's looked solid in her last fight, but she
does she have the curse of the Contender Series, because Silva's a Contender Series?
Yeah, she is, but she's been in it.
She's got experience. Yeah, she does have more experience.
She's won by a couple arm bars. That's her go-to. I like Stephanie Egger in this fight as an underdog, though.
I like the value. Man, we got to stop agreeing. This is bull.
Well, we do this enough. We watch enough fights that I think we both kind of come to the same conclusions. But when we disagree, we adamantly disagree too. So
yeah, when usually on the undercards, we just kind of, I'm not going to say we wing it, but we'll take some more risks. But when it comes to the co-main event and the main events, if we disagree, we're usually pretty heavy on one way or the other. And I'm usually right, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Next up in the strawweight division, we got Corey McKenna versus Miranda Granger. McKenna is 6-2. She stands 5'3" with a 58.5-inch reach. Granger is 7-2. She stands 5'7" with a 68-inch reach. She has a 9.5-inch reach advantage and a 4-inch height advantage on McKenna.
And it's not going to matter.
You think McKenna's going to beat her?
Yeah, I do. I actually feel pretty decent about it as well.
Really?
She lost. I mean, she lost to Ashley Yoder, who has not been very good. Amanda Lemos, that's fine. Like, Amanda Lemos is good. Like, it's not a bad loss, but she's on a 2-fight skid. She beat Hannah Goldie in a decision in her UFC debut.
Yeah.
I like Corey McKenna. I think she's fought. Vanessa Demopoulos is looking like a better win all the time. Like,
that is looking like a really good win.
Vanessa Demopoulos has won 2 in a row. We both like Kay Hansen a lot. She beat Kay Hansen. Lost a tough split decision to Elise Reed, and Elise is no joke. Really strong girl coming up when she came into the UFC. I wouldn't lay the -2 whatever on it, but
laying -225 on a 23-year-old with 8 fights fighting somebody that's I really like the +175 with Granger.
And Team Alpha Male, I like that.
I mean, you know more than anyone. Well, no more than me.
I know. Can we get that a soundbite? Can we just make that a soundbite? You saying you know more than me?
You do. When it comes to fighting, you fight. I don't fight. You get in the cage, you fight. Like that, that length and that reach is a problem.
It's hard, but I really do think you get to a certain level where you can overcome that.
She's 23. She's only at 8 fights. You think she's overcome that? I mean,
I think she trains at Team Alpha Male and probably spars with people like Andre Touchy-Feely.
I actually got to watch her train. She was actually one of the girls I got to meet when I was down there.
I just don't believe it's going to be too much for her.
The most soft-spoken girl you'll ever meet.
Here's the other one. Miranda Granger. I just don't think she's that good. I think Corey McKenna's good.
I don't know if Corey McKenna is going to be able to figure. I'm going to take a flyer. We're going to disagree for the first time in a week. I'm taking Granger.
Take that L, dog. Go for it.
Hey, this is a good fight. This speaks volumes for Josh Quinlan to throw him in on his UFC debut against Jason Witt. Jason Witt, 19-8, stands 5'10" with a 70-inch reach. Josh Quinlan, 6-0 with a 72-inch reach. Quinlan's got all the hype behind him. 5-0, all 5 finishes. This guy's a killer. Do you like him making his UFC debut being a -220 favorite against a guy with 27 fights?
So here's the tough part about Josh Quinlan. This has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
He was a little bit the boogeyman on the regional scene, the guy that nobody wanted to fight. He's a killer. And but
he's got all finishes in his amateur career too, doesn't he? Yep,
I think he wins.
Oh, he got one decision.
Let me state it this way. If he comes out and flatlines Jason Witt, won't shock me one bit. He's good enough to do that.
Yep.
But if Jason Witt comes in and gives him fits, that wouldn't shock me either.
I mean, he's got to win against Ryder Newman in the amateurs.
I mean, 27 pro fights. That's a lot of experience. Just be like, yeah, this 5-0 kid or 6-0 kid, because let's call it what it is. His no contest was kind of BS, right?
Yeah.
Is that weed?
Weed? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
If it was weed, then he's 6-0. I'm giving him that. But even at 6-0 or 5-0, whatever, to say, hey, you're just that much better than a guy with 27 pro fights. That experience matters. That is a fight that I'm probably going to stay far away from. Quinlan's a stud. Not trying to take away from that.
That's a big ask.
I mean, for me, I would equate that to like Mitch Ramirez fighting a UFC lightweight vet. Could he flatline him? Absolutely, has the tools.
Yeah.
Proceed with caution. Like Josh Quinlan, He was up at our last Fear show cornering Domenico McIntosh. Super respectful, cool guy. We've seen him up here at the Maverick Center a couple times. He beat Aaron Thompson when LFA came to town. Like, really like him a lot. Jason
What's the
Witt,
pick?
put a little respect on the Vanilla Gorilla.
Are you going to take Jason Witt at a plus 180? Are you going to
No.
ride the young gun?
No, because I like Josh Quinlan. Here's the thing. Jason Witt has been knocked out by in his last 3 losses were all knockouts. One of them by Matt Smellsberger, and I think that Quinlan has a lot of the same athletic explosiveness that Smellsberger's has. I think Quinlan wins this fight, and I think he knocks him out inside the first or second round. I'm just saying, maybe be cautious.
I agree.
This is not a fight I would load up on.
I concur on that one.
But a guy that most of his losses are getting knocked out. 6 of his 8 losses are by knockout. Josh Quinlan's that's a scary guy to fight.
Yeah, I agree. Quinlan is the pick for me as well. Next up in the welterweight division, we got Takashi Sato against Brian Battle. Sato 16-5, stands 5'10" with a 73-inch reach. Battle 7-1. He stands 6'1" with a 77-inch reach. Here's another bout. You got a guy. I mean, he's not making his UFC debut. He's got 2 fights in the UFC, but still, young kid coming in with a guy a little more experienced.
Yeah, but I like Brian Battle a lot. We've got to watch him pretty closely on The Ultimate Fighter. I don't know if you watched that season very close. I watched the fights.
I did.
He's somebody that I like because every single fight you can see that he's getting better and he's growing. You remember he was supposed to fight Treason Gore in the finale to be the Ultimate Fighter. Treason had to pull out, and then they ended up fighting, and he beats Treason, and he dropped him. And that was a guy that on the show everybody felt like Gore was the guy. And
they did.
Between the show and then when they fought, Battle passed him.
Yeah.
He's a guy in the room working. I actually really like Brian Battle in this spot. And moving down to 170, I think he always looked like a guy that could comfortably, healthily move down to 170. Big frame, right? I mean, he's 6'1". He's 6'1". He's a good size, but a little too small for 185. At 170, I think that's going to be his home, and I see Brian Battle having a lot of success there.
Battle. I'm gonna ride with you on that one as well. Next up in the lightweight division, we got T-Rex McKinney, 12-4, stands 5'10" with a 74-inch reach, fighting Eric Gonzalez, the Ghost Pepper, 14-6, stands 5'11" with a 74-inch reach. McKinney's a huge favorite, minus 900. Comeback is plus 600. Wow.
Well,
why is this? Did somebody drop out? Why is he getting this fight? This does not make sense. This fight doesn't make sense.
It does. It makes sense from the standpoint that the UFC wants Terrence McKinney to get some wins.
He wants to get a win, and then he fights
Patty the Batty.
Ooh,
oh, give me all that.
Sign me up with that.
That should main event a fight night or be like the featured prelim on a pay-per-view card or something.
That's like
sick.
2 young up and comers, like we just had a couple weeks ago with Gamrot and Sharukian fighting. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Eric Gonzalez, he got knocked out by Jim Miller. If Jim Miller, hey, tip the cap, love you, Jim Miller. Senior citizen. If you're getting knocked out by Jim Miller, I think Terrence McKinney is gonna shut his lights off.
Yeah, Terrence McKinney inside the distance. Is that what you're saying?
What's that? Still probably like minus 400.
Probably. Let's see. ESPN. Terrence McKinney. He is. Fight goes the distance plus 400. Fight starts round 2 plus 130.
I'll take that.
McKinney wins by KO, TKO plus 120. Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. By submission plus 130. So it's a coin flip. They think he'll either submit him or
Oh, he's knocking him out, dog.
Fight won't start round 2 minus 175. they think this is going to be a quick night for Mr. T-Rex. I agree. T-Rex all day.
Ghost Pepper about to get ghosted.
Yeah, Ghost Pepper's going to get ghosted. Next up in the middleweight division, we got Michelle Oleksiuk. I probably just butchered that. Against Smiling Sam Alvey. Hussar is 16-5, stands 6 foot tall with a 74-inch reach. Smiling Sam Alvey, 17-1. He stands 6'2" with a 75.5-inch reach. Hussar is a huge favorite, minus 550. The comeback plus 400 on Alvey. Sprinkle a little bit on Alvey. Why not? He's probably going to get KO'd.
This is actually one where I don't hate Sam Alvey in this spot. Nobody expects him to win. Nobody ever expects him to win. And go look at his pathology. It's like nothing but red for the last since 2008.
Yeah, when was the last time you won a fight? I saw that on TikTok or something.
Jean Vallon, 2018, June of 2018.
Well, the one fight.
I stand by the Dan Young Jung. He should have won that fight.
Yeah, he should have won that fight. Yeah, 100%.
Wellington Turman, that was a close one. I mean,
knockout, decision, split.
And by the way, back down at 185, where he's still durable.
He's tough. I mean, he's got 3 split decisions and a unanimous. I mean, he gets knocked out, but there's fights that he's going the distance too. So he either gets knocked out or he either gets knocked out in the first 2 rounds or it's going the distance.
You know what? I'm gonna take one more flyer on my boy Sam Alvey.
Gotta do it, bro. I like it.
Sam, love him. He's great on TikTok.
Smiling Sam wins it by decision.
He probably gives back better than
he answers everything. You say something on TikTok, he's answering you back. It's great.
He's the coolest, awesome. Man. He's the coolest.
Yeah. All right. Next up in the flyweight division, we got Ariane Lipski against Priscilla Cachoeira. Zombie Girl. Queen of Violence. Lipski is 14-7. She stands 5'6" with a 67-inch reach. Zombie Girl is 11-4. She stands 5'7" with a 65-inch reach. Lipski is a slight favorite at minus 165. The comeback plus 135 for Zombie Girl.
Well, this is the one where Priscilla. Remember a couple fights ago against Julian Roberts, she tried to like gouge.
Oh, Gouger, that's right.
I don't like her, so I'm not picking her.
Yeah, I like Lipski. Lipski's the one that had that nasty knee bar. Remember
that? She's the one that like had it and looked over at coach, grinned. Yeah. She's like, watch this.
Crank. Yeah, I like Lipski in this one. So we'll both go.
I just, as a person, that's like going to be one of my rules. Priscilla is going to have to do something to earn me back as a fan. I don't dislike too many people, but I'm out on eye gougers. I'm out.
Yeah. Next up, main card starts in the heavyweight division. Augusta Sakaya against Sergey Spivak. Sakaya 15-4-1. He stands 6'3" with a 77-inch reach. Spivak 14-3. He stands 6'3" with a 68-inch reach. Spivak is the small favorite at minus 210 to come back plus 180 for Sakaya. Sakaya on a 3-fight losing streak.
I think it's about to be 4.
I think so too.
I really like Spivak's ground game here. The only guys that he loses to are the people that he can't get to the ground and do it. But if he can get you to the ground, he's a problem.
Isn't it crazy that he's only 27 years old? Seems like he's older than that.
Yeah, he's been in the UFC for a few years now.
Since really 2019, young. 3.5 years almost.
Lost to Walt Harris, who was a vet at that point. Lost to Marcin Tybura, who was a vet, and then lost
choked out Tai Tuivasa.
Choked Tai Tuivasa out. I feel like as he's getting some experience under his belt, he's one that I could see in his 30s actually make a surge into being a contender because of his ground game and his grappling.
Yep.
I've always been a fan of Sergey Spivak. I think he's very good. I think he's tough. He's durable. And it's like the The only other like up and comer he's ever lost to is Tom Aspinall. Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah. Who cares?
He beat Tai Tuivasa, and
that's looking really good right now.
That's looking pretty dang good. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Good.
So, Spivak's not far off. I think we could see him make a push up. I think Sakai is kind of on his, I'm not saying on his way out, but I mean, like every time he fights somebody of significance, am I crazy in this?
Yeah.
Every time he fights somebody of significance, Tuivasa knocked out, Rosenstruck knocked out, Overeem knocked out, eked out a win over Ivanov. That's a good win. Did knock out Marcin Tabora. That's a good win. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about Spivak on this.
Yeah. Next up, Ultimate Fighter finale. We are going to crown the 125 champ, Juliana Miller versus Brogan Walker. Miller is 2-1. She stands 5'7" with a 67-inch reach. Walker is 7-2. She stands 5'4" with a 67-inch reach. Juliana beat our girl.
I would like to thank the MMA gods on this one.
Why?
Because I think Brogan Walker at plus money is a gift from the heavens.
She's legit.
She's better.
Yeah, she's better.
Like, I think Juliana earned a lot of fans being on The Ultimate Fighter and being the big personality she was on the show. She was kind of like, you remember like Kelvin Gastelum when he won? I just finished season 17. Kelvin was the last pick. He was the youngest Ultimate Fighter contestant. And throughout the season, just momentum build. And all of a sudden by the end of the season, he beat Uriah Hall in the finale. And it's like, holy cow.
And the whole house was writing him off.
And
we had Bubba on there thinking, who's this guy? I'm going to roll through this guy. And beat him.
Beats Bubba. Knocks out Colin Hart, who beat Casey Kenny. Or not Casey Kenny. Casey King. Then beats Josh Salmon, rest in peace. You know, and then goes in and the scariest dude who's just destroying everybody, Uriah Hall. Takes everything he has and beats him. And goes on to have a great career, gives Izzy probably his toughest fight ever at middleweight, and so on. I feel like everybody's falling in love with Juliana on this. That's great. I think Brogan is an absolute problem. Like, comes into that weight class and beats a lot of girls in the UFC. She's very, very good.
Yeah, I think Juliana's probably getting all the love. One, she trains in Vegas, right? Doesn't she train Vegas?
She trains with she trains in California with that
10th Planet.
Like the Boogeyman. Yeah.
The 10th Planet. Yeah, San Diego. That's right. She's all over social media though.
Yeah.
She's pretty active on social media.
Lost to Nikki Sullivan by Darce Choke. Nikki, who was
we had her here for the super fight. Nikki,
you know, she's lost to girls like Claire. She's 2-1, dude. Yeah. She doesn't have the experience to beat Brogan. I'm sorry, she doesn't.
Yeah, it's I'm all over Walker on this one. That's probably my lock of the night.
And at plus 120, Brogan's losses are to Aaron Blanchfield and Pearl Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah. Blanchfield's
beat Miranda Maverick in Invicta.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm on Walker.
She's been beating UFC caliber girls, and Aaron Blanchfield by decision. Aaron Blanchfield's a monster and couldn't finish.
Give me the plus money.
On this one.
Plus money, baby. In the heavyweight division, we got the heavyweight finale of the Ultimate Fighter. You're on Walker, right? We both agree Walker on this one.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. In the heavyweight division, we got Zack Puga, who we know. We saw him fight our boy Zach Cavender against Muhammad Usman, Kamaru Usman's brother. Puga is 5-0, stands 6 foot tall. I don't have his reach listed. Usman 7-2. He stands 6'2" with a 79-inch reach. Who we giving? Actually, I thought Usman would be getting a little more love here, but he's a plus 200 underdog.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. Yeah,
I think Zack Puga is gonna beat him. I actually thought that Usman, he underwhelmed me in his performances on the house.
I mean, come on,
Zack. Muhammad's not bad, but when I look at him and I go, he a UFC caliber talent, like I look at somebody like Kent, and I think he's a better UFC prospect than Muhammad Usman.
Oh, I think so too. Hands down.
So that's kind of how I feel. I like him. I think he's great. Like, you know, they try to make a big deal, but no, he's going to be fighting, making his own name. He's not Kamaru's little brother. No, you're still Kamaru's little brother, dog. I think Zack Puga probably wins the decision and kind of controls the fight.
Yeah. It's just going to take him down, grind it out, kind of like you did with Cavender.
I just don't think people understand. You know what's crazy with Muhammad Usman? Let me just, when I watched him punch, when you watch guys that have power, right?
Yeah.
Have power. Eduardo Perez, split decision, unanimous decision. He lost before he got into the house. Beat a guy by decision that was 2-6 was his last win before he got in the house. Couldn't finish.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, and then he got a couple knockout wins, kind of quick, against some good guys. But you know,
I feel pretty.
When I see Zack Puga, I see a guy who will immediately be able to go into the UFC and beat UFC guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
I see Muhammad Usman. I think if he goes into the UFC, he needs some more experience. But if he goes into the UFC right now, yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Samesy co-main event. We have in the welterweight division, Vicente Luque against Jeff Neal. Luque is 21-8-1. He stands 5'11" with a 75-inch reach. Neal 14-4. He stands 5'11" with a 75-inch reach. So pretty close everywhere. Same age, height, reach. A little more experience with Luque. Who do you like in this one?
I love Vicente Luque. I think he bounces back from that Bilal Muhammad catastrophe, and I still think Vicente Luque is like a top 10 welterweight in the world.
Yeah,
and Jeff Neal kind of, I hate to say it, he's kind of a one-trick pony. And watch out for that sledgehammer right hand, and you'll be fine.
He loses to the next level up. He loses to the Neil Magny's, the Stephen Thompson. He's beaten the Mike Perry's, the Nico Price's, the Santiago Ponzinibbio's. That was a split decision that was a close fight too.
Yeah.
I'm all over Luque on this one too.
Yeah, give me Luque.
Give me Luque. Main event time. I was a little surprised when I saw the odds. I mean, actually, I'm not. Jamal Hill versus Thiago Santos. Santos 22-10, stands 6'2" with a 76-inch reach. Hill 10-1. He stands 6'4" with a 79-inch reach. Hill is a minus 270 plus 220 for Santos on the comeback. Are you giving Santos any love? Or is Hill finishing?
Well, you know, I love Thiago Santos.
Oh yeah.
I pick him a lot. I've kind of rode him to the end. For me, this is the end.
Yeah. He's 38 years old. He freaking had a war with John Jones. Yeah, I like Jamal Hill a lot. Beat Jimmy Crute, beat Johnny Walker in his last two fights. Lost to Paul Craig, which I think he learned from that. And he's from Michigan.
He was still fighting.
Yeah, he was still fighting.
He was still fighting. Dislocated
still fighting.
Still trying to.
Yeah. Give me the Michigan guy. Give me the guy from the Mitten, baby. The Mitten.
Yeah, I'm all over Jamal Hill. He doesn't lose this fight, dude.
God, did we only really disagree on one fight on
One
this
or two.
card?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How is your DraftKings lineup looking? Or
Good.
how about this? How about you give me your locks? Who's like, hey, I feel confident on these guys.
So last week, if you remember, I was like, we could not love Pantoja at 160, 170 and up. I was like, that should have been minus 300.
I think you text. I was still working and you text me. He's like, Pantoja has his back 30 seconds in.
Like 28 seconds around. He's like, he's got a full ball triangle. It's pretty
he's in. Cash it.
For me, the ones that I just don't see it going any other way is Jamal Hill.
Okay.
Brogan Walker.
Okay.
Spivak.
Okay.
Terrence McKinney. Those are probably my four that I just don't see going any other way.
I am going to go McKinney. I like Spivak. I like Walker. I'm actually going to throw Zack Puga on there too.
Yeah, I don't really see how Zack loses that fight. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what Muhammad Usman's path to victory is in that fight.
I like Luque and I like Hill. Actually, there's a lot I like on this card. That I'm like, yeah, I feel confident about those picks. Yeah. Who else were we supposed to have on that? Oh, your boy Nate Landwehr was supposed to fight on this card.
Landon Dork, get out. I can't stand him.
Oh, man.
I hope he watches our podcast one day and he sees this stupid amateur fighter.
He's going to come to Salt Lake.
Landon Dork all the time.
Dude, did you see the fight? Oh, Anthony Pettis is back tomorrow night at PFL against Stevie Ray. Did you see I missed the Contender Series, but I know you saw the highlight of that. I can't even remember the name where the guy was he looked like he was out and you know what it reminded me of? Derek Lewis. What you were telling me remember we were talking about it on Tuesday and you were like, dude, Derek, I was like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And it literally replayed that night. And I was like, damn, Zach, you nailed that one. I got to give you credit.
I was right.
Yeah, you're right on that one. I'll give you that.
No, Zach's always right.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but whatever. What else do we got? We got anything else coming up?
Nope.
September 24th card going to drop anytime soon?
Yeah, main poster should be out this weekend. See some title fights announced this weekend.
Oof. 3, right? Oh, they're
2
all
pro,
good.
1 Ami.
They're all good too.
Yeah,
the amateur fight could steal the show.
Bonkers.
Could steal the show.
Bonkers fight.
Yeah,
so
that's I can't wait to announce that one. I'm stoked. All right, man. Well, that's our little breakdown for this week. We'll see you guys Tuesday for the recap.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hit Zack up if you need some insurance.
Yeah, thank you.
Save some money. We out. We out of here.